No, it's good. So, we were talking about the music, and that was certainly a huge change to have music. Do you know like who came up with that idea,
You know,
or what
I
the
feel like we were standing on the corner, maybe in front of Renell and DeVito's house after, one night because we were out every night then, right? And somebody said, we we have a lot of silent reflection, but we ought to have a way to let out our feelings as well too. And maybe we could have some music. And DeVito was game. And what he came up with was still roughly 9 minutes, was at least for a while. The first song was kind of slow and calm, so you could kind of get centered. Then the next two were like all out dance frenzy. I tried to recreate his list in my own Spotify playlist, but it's not the official one. He would have, if he kept all of them, he would have his, but I can send that I can screenshot it for you. So it was, like I said, it might be like Boogie Oogie Oogie. He had a couple of favorites, Under My Umbrella with so there's some that I hear them now and I'm like, that's a DeVito song for sure. But he was very thoughtful about um, what day it was. Like if it was Labor Day, there'd be songs about work life. Really wonderful stuff. So that was Saturday nights for a long time. And then, we began tapering off the dates, the number of days per week people could go out. So now, as we were talking, the dance party is Sunday night and Wednesday night's the other night that people try to go out. But we kept the music. Right?
Well, it'd be great to have your song list. I mean, I tried to get him to send them to me sometimes too, but
Yeah, I asked him to collaborate once, but maybe I don't know exactly how to do it. But it was fun, and I do think that that drew attention. It was exuberant for us, but it also kind of got the point across as cars came by and saw us. Maybe they could hear the music, see us dancing around.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so I know sometimes we've talked about what do we do beside in addition to this? Like how is this affecting our actual lives and what we do in our lives? Have you thought more about that? I know that's the question. We all have that question. Well, is not just not so what, but you know, certainly this isn't going to be enough to upend racism.
Right. No, I think we tried to talk about it in some of those early Zoom meetings. But as I've thought about it more, I think and no surprise, it comes down to personal action, to individual action, right? So I still think it's so important to share a message that should not be forgotten. And so whenever we hold signs on the corner and if one person sees it and honks, that's it's the reminder or the belief that it's not, we still need this. Where I am right now in the winter is that I don't like to go out in the dark in the cold all the time. I I love seeing my friends and neighbors, but I feel like we're sometimes a distraction to drivers and we're not really getting the point across. They can't really see us in the dark. The dance party exception, right? Because we're really large and in front of everybody. And so that's made me think more, what else can we do? So for me, again, just an individual response for me is a couple of things. If there's something that I feel needs policy change, I'm getting better at writing to my
Mm,
reps, my not just my state reps, but our US reps. Um, by better, I mean I'm getting like short and sweet little emails down with the subject line is just boom, don't do that, don't fund this or whatever. And and now that I have more time because I'm not working full time, just making sandwiches and dropping things off at the community fridges in Germantown. And every time I do that, there are people there. Um, Sometimes black couples, sometimes little kids, and I can't sometimes put the sandwiches in the fridge and somebody says, "Oh, what kind is that today?" And they are ready to, go shopping there. Um, so we're in a community that still needs, support and outreach and partnership from us. So I'm trying to do something that even just, quietly on the side that just makes me feel like answering to my original reflection, what did I do today to make the world a better place for people who are Black or brown? And just sometimes it's just dropping off sandwiches at a community fridge. It's that little ripple, right? That's all it is. I'd love to think of something we could do together, like have some big volunteer effort, not just on Martin Luther King Day, but somewhere somehow. So I'd love to keep thinking about that.
It reminds me of Luella, uh, who did a fundraiser. She did a fundraising. Uh, can't
Yeah,
even
like a
for
yard sale out
yeah,
front. Yeah,
the yard
yeah,
sale. Yeah, I got some
yeah.
cards from that. Yeah, no,
That's right.
that was her. That was her way of like saying, yeah, this is something I can do.
Yeah. And Izzy made the t-shirts that said Black Lives Matter. I think she sold at that.
I I don't remember that. I didn't know that.
I'll
Yes.
send you a photo of mine. It's yeah, Izzy stenciled t-shirts and then somebody had a table that day to sell them. Yeah.
Yeah, we
The
definitely,
kids.
because I've always thought about that. Is like, what would, do we need a T-shirt? And I never realized, oh yeah, she actually had made one. That's great.
Yeah.
So Izzy was 13 when this started. Yeah,
Probably. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They were both
And Luella was, she was high school, right? I think she was
no, I think she was maybe she was ninth grade. Yeah.
older. Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, teenagers. Yeah,
Right.
our teens. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
that's great. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you want to say to end this?
Uh, oh gosh, just that it's been such an experience that I've learned so much from. Like I said, not just getting to know the neighbors, but helping me think about how can we turn this into action? Because that's the kind of thing I can't do by myself. I need some collective thought and inspiration around that, and I get that from my, neighbors who are awesome. And I, I thought they were nice, but I didn't know they were awesome. And getting to know you too. Um, yeah, and just that I think the elders in the neighborhood appreciate it too. I'm next door to Val Jennings, who
Mm,
said to me once, I wish people from the 1960s could see this happening now. They uh the the vigil on the corner. Um and so that was meaningful to me, that people who have been around, for a long time get it. They get it. So that was nice.
well,
That's all.
thank you.
Thanks for doing this,
Really,
Toby.
yeah. Well, let me just make sure that we're